And then at the end of it, after it's already designed and built, they're like, "Oh, this isn't working the way we want." Well, it's been 9 months. I have not heard a word. I was very open with that. Does she like it?
Good evening. The Public Service Committee meeting Tuesday, August 27th, 2024, here at the Robert E. Jones Municipal Building, 6 p.m. Call to order. Roll call, please.
Vice Chairman Sherry Pickering.
Here.
Alderman Eve Ludwig.
Present.
Tricia Teague.
Present.
Robert Williams.
Present.
Darren York.
Here.
John Cooper.
Here.
Chairman Rick Streebing.
Here.
7 present.
I'm present. Thank you. Puts us to item number 2, approval of minutes for 7/23 of 24. I'll need a motion and a second, please.
So moved. Second.
Is there any questions on the minutes? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you. We're moving to number 3, approval of the agenda for this evening. I don't think there's been any deletions of anything, so I'll need a motion and a second to approve the agenda.
So move.
Second.
Any questions? Not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Don't have anything to say except try to keep cool.
Chairman, we need to make sure we don't have anyone from the audience who wishes to speak.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes,
That's
do we have
okay.
anybody?
I don't have any cards. Did anyone wish to speak this evening?
Anybody?
Okay, thank you.
No? Okay, thank you. I went right over that one. Item number 6, approval of payrolls for 8/23 of 24. I'll need a motion and a second. Put that on the floor, please.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any questions or anything on the payrolls? If not, roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Teague.
Yes.
Alderman Williams.
Yes.
York.
Yes.
Cooper.
Yes.
Pickering.
Yes.
Ludwig.
Yes.
Streebing.
Yes.
7 yes.
Yes, thank you. Puts us to approval of vouchers payable, item number 7. We have a special run for 8/22 of 24 and a regular run for 8/27/24. I'll need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any questions on the vouchers payables? If not, roll call, please.
Alderman Williams.
Yes.
York.
Yes.
Cooper.
Yes.
Pickering.
Yes.
Ludwig.
Yes.
Teague.
Yes.
Streebing.
Yes.
7 yes.
Yes, thank you. Puts us to item number 8, City Clerk's Report, Lisa Munson, and her items of information. Lisa?
Thank you, Chairman. We have gone live with the Citizen Serve business licensing software on August 5th, and the office is currently dealing with all of the glitches that go along with new software, so we hope to have that operating a little bit better soon. And we're working with the departments on records management and hope to receive the records disposal sheets so we can send those to the state for approval to just clean up our storage. That's all I have.
Anybody have any questions for Ms. Munson? If not, thank you.
Thank you.
Puts us to number 9, Community Relations, Renee Olis, Administrator, items of information, her monthly report.
Hi everyone. I really don't have too much that's exciting to share other than just a couple of reminders. We have the Artisan Table and Market coming up on September 6th, so dinner tickets are available. They are $30, but keep an eye out because we've been doing weekend sales for $20 if you purchase them on a Saturday or Sunday. So make sure you follow our Facebook page and keep along for that. Other than that, we have the Vermilion River Fall Festival coming up. We have over 100 vendors this year, 100 spots full, and we have about 14 food trucks and 4 bands, so it should be a good time. So make sure you mark that in your calendars. That is the 20th, 21st, and 22nd of September. And then just the last reminder is to make sure that you have your neighborhood association submit your application for the grant. We've only have a couple, and I'd love to see a grant from everyone, so that's all.
Anybody have any questions? For
Yes, concerning the Labor Day, what are we planning here in the city?
I don't have anything in specific planned for the Labor Day. I don't have a budget at all to celebrate anything for, yes, I don't have a budget or anything like that to do anything specific for Labor Day. I know that there is a group, I could be wrong, but I know that there is a group that does a Labor Day parade every year, so that will be going on. But as far as the city itself, we don't have anything in specific.
Is there any reason why we vacated that?
I don't know. I know sometimes the mayor would sit and judge, but other than that, I don't really have a clue. I know Labor Day has been put on by labor for many years with the parade, so.
Right, in conjunction with the city You know.
That I can't answer. I don't know.
Yeah, we've had it for years and years.
Yep.
Maybe it can be asked again at the full meeting.
Okay.
Well, I guess it'll be after Labor Day, but
After Labor Day,
Yeah.
But
So there
it's
is
too
a
late.
parade.
Huh?
There is a parade at 9, I think,
Yeah.
Monday, yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Can anyone expound as to what that entails?
The parade,
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of the unions.
Yeah, that's a
Pardon?
union.
Unions.
Puts that
Yeah,
on,
unions put that on every year.
yeah.
Yeah, I realize that, but I thought the city had a pretty good hand in it.
I don't think so. I might be mistaken, but I don't think so. Yes, Chief?
It's organized by labor. I believe somewhere around 100 entries are in it. It seems like it's either getting bigger or at least staying the same, the high numbers we've had the last few years. We're expecting a lot of people again.
Okay, so it is an ongoing thing.
Oh yeah, it's every year. But what we've seen in the last 4 or 5 years, the numbers of people participating as well as the people coming to watch seems to be getting bigger and bigger every year.
Right.
So it's a good event.
Thank you, Chief.
Any other questions? If not, we'll move to number 10, Finance. Melissa Sweeten, Comptroller, her items of information, and then we'll go to Risk Management, her monthly report, and her personnel monthly report.
I don't really have many items of information. I'm still trying to get up to speed. I'm doing my very best, I promise. And then I know the risk management report and the personnel reports were provided.
We have any questions for her? Yes.
more of a statement than a question. Somewhere along the line, we stopped, and obviously this is not you because it precedes you. We stopped receiving the cash flow report and I'm calling it, that's not the name in the email that we used to get, but I'm calling it the budget versus actual, I think budget performance report, that's what it was called. We stopped receiving those, and I believe the last time we received those was in February. The last report we received was for February. At least that's the last one that I could find in my email. So I know you have probably a very long list of things, and I would like for this to possibly be added to your list of things.
Absolutely.
But also I think that those reports, we used to get them in email, but I don't recall those ever, at least since I've been here, I don't recall those ever being presented in the Public Services Committee meetings. And I think it would be great if those could actually be included in a discussion in our meeting for us to be able to discuss those things publicly if there are questions about them. Like I said, we were getting them via email, but we have not been getting them via email, but I don't recall ever seeing them in a packet.
Yeah, it has been a while.
And I know, at least I looked in my email and I can't find one since it was sent in March for the month of February. So it's been several months.
Would you be able to forward that to me so I can see what you were
Absolutely.
receiving?
Yes, absolutely.
Is there any other questions for the comptroller? If not, thank you.
Thank you.
Puts us to item number 11. Aaron Marcotter, Fire Chief. 11A, we have a resolution authorizing the sale of engine 1992 Pierce Dash. I'll make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for your approval. I will need a second, please.
Second.
Is there any questions on this sale of this engine? Not, roll call, please.
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Ludwig.
Yes.
T.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes,
Yes.
Streebing. 7 yes.
Yes, the motion carries. Puts us 11B, have a resolution approving application for FY 2025 OSFM Small Equipment Grant Program. I'll make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for your approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Is there any questions on 11B's resolution? If
Excuse
not,
me,
we'll-
Chairman, do you want to take B and C together?
No, let's go ahead and take.
Okay.
I should have done that ahead of time. B, roll call, please.
Alderman Cooper,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Ludwig.
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
7 yes.
Yes, the motion carries. Puts us 11C, we have a resolution approving an application for FY 2025 OSFM Fire Station Construction and Rehabilitation Grant. I'll make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Is there any questions on Resolution 11C?
Yes. Where is this gonna be located?
So actually, this grant is it's just kind of preemptive. This is the first time the state fire marshal's ever released it. They've had it approved for years, but they've never actually funded the program. So most state fire marshal grants are due October 1st. So they just now actually just got a copy of the rules tonight, right when I was getting ready to come here. So we'll just review the rules and see where it may apply to us should we proceed with the fire stations or anything like that. So we think it will in certain areas. So it'll basically just help us. And the grant also identified that if we get the funding and then you were to vote no, let's say, we could just return the funds with no penalty or whatever. So, but basically there's no matching, there's no nothing else. So we think there's probably somewhere we can find the money, even if it's in repairs or whatever. So it will be highly competitive, just to let you know. So 60% of the funds are dedicated to volunteer departments and things like that and they haven't really established what level they're going to fund it at yet. So, but yeah, so this is just kind of a preemptive us to be ready for it should it release.
Anybody else?
I don't know. Would this just help with the study for that you're currently doing?
Yeah, the broad categories currently are, like land or planning or the architecture or anything like that is what would be the common.
Would that have anything to help with acquisitions if it came to that?
It could, yeah. We'll just have to identify it when we get the grant and see what's available, like what's the best place to put it.
You have a deadline to use it?
From my understanding from the original rule release, it was up to 10 years to use it.
Up to 10 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
If the project isn't completed within 10 years, you have to restore the funds, whatever, basically.
That's fine.
Is there any other questions on 11C? If not, roll call, please.
Vice Chairman Pickering,
Yes.
Alderman Ludwig.
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
7 yes.
7 yes, the motion carries. Puts us 11D, items of information and monthly status report. Chief?
So the good news is one of the reasons I asked to sell Engine 19 is because our 2 fire trucks left this morning and are en route here. So fingers crossed it'll actually happen in the next few days. So they have one little stop in Springfield, and then they should be within a few days. We'll go meet them in Springfield when they arrive there and go through them one more time. So that's the good news there. Other than that, we completed the recruit testing. We ended up with 37 people on the list. They're getting their notifications probably today or tomorrow.
How many, Chief?
We ended up with 37 finally after that was all said and done. So, other than that, it's been just training and things going on. We're getting ready to ramp up. Some of our fall trainings will kick back up again. You did notice my report. I kind of wrote like a little kind of what's going on in this month's report to explain things a little bit. Calls are up a little bit. I don't know if you noticed that in the report. We usually average about 350. We've been averaging well over 420 the last 3 months in a row. So we almost got 500 last month. So I'm assuming that's probably heat related in most cases. Most of those are EMS based, so the heat probably to some degree. But we're hoping that trend goes back down, as far as that goes. So other than that, if you have any questions, we did complete all the ladder testing on all the vehicles. They all passed. Yeah.
Any questions for the chief? Yes.
Yeah, are we fully staffed now, or are we?
We're short. Yeah, we're short one. So yeah, we have an offer out for one to replace the retirement of Tim McFadden, which is also in the report.
How long will these new individuals stay on the list?
2 years. It's a 2-year list. Yeah. So.
Any other questions for the chief? Thank you, Chief. You said a couple days, huh?
I hope so, yeah.
That puts us at item number 13, Information Technology. Agnes De Silva, the Chief Technological Officer. 13A is a resolution authorizing backup system upgrade for the Information Technology Division, number 20.
You're skipping Sandra.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna let you take over.
No, go ahead.
Sandra, you go right ahead. I'm sorry, dear.
That's okay. I thought maybe I had the wrong agenda
I
or something.
just looked at you too, and I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Your items of information monthly report.
All right, for the period of July 16th through August 19th, the office handled 13 complaints, which consisted of new complaints, 1 police complaint, 1 complaint against other city employees, 3 housing complaints, and 1 public accommodation complaint. In terms of other cases, 1 police complaint, 3 employment complaints, 1 complaint against city employees, 2 housing complaints, for a total of 13 complaints. So, if you have any questions about the complaints, it's been actually really busy. My job involves a lot of other things that are going on, believe me.
Oh, I bet, I bet. And,
So-
and of course, we got first blast of it last week, so.
Well, not just that,
No,
but
I
yes.
understand.
Yes.
I'm not gonna go there neither. But, yeah, I was up by and you need a bigger desk and a bigger room, I'm telling you.
Well, I just want to say that I received a phone call on Wednesday morning from one of your city council members.
You did,
Yes, I did. It was from Alderwoman Sherry Pickering.
yeah.
She talked to me and also the mayor about having an informational workshop on landlord-tenant issues. So we all decided that we're going to hold that workshop on September 19th. It's a landlord-tenant informational meeting for September 19th from 5:30 to 7 o'clock. This Friday, Alderwoman Pickering and our Vice Mayor Teague are going to be meeting at 10:30 to discuss this informational meeting. Now, it's not going to be a meeting where you come and file a complaint against your landlord. We're just going to offer some information on what they need to do when they have certain issues come up. So hopefully we'll have a good crowd of people.
Where is it gonna be?
It's going to be here at City Hall.
Do you think the landlords will attend?
I think some of them will, just to see, yes.
Okay.
Because we're also gonna, provide information on code enforcement issues, 5-day notice, 10-day notice, what you need to do if you have an issue with your landlord, basically.
Okay. All right.
Now, have you guys looked at anything on the new law that goes into effect as of January for the landlords?
Yes, we're gonna be looking at that, and that's what the planning meeting is for this Friday at 10:30.
Okay.
So we should have a good meeting.
Any other questions for Ms. Finch?
Iverson.
Yes, Bob?
Sandra, what's the day and time on that again?
Okay, the actual informational meeting, landlord-tenant informational meeting is going to be held on Thursday, September 19th, here at City Hall from 5:30 to 7 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry for skipping over you.
That's okay. I know you didn't mean it.
No, I really didn't, because I just looked at you and I knew you were here. That puts us to item 13A. We have a resolution authorizing a backup system upgrade for the Informational Technology Division, number 20 with Kaseya. I'll make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Is there any questions on 13A's resolution? If not, roll call, please.
Alderman Ludwig?
Yes.
Teague? Yes. Williams?
Yes.
York?
Yes.
Cooper?
Yes.
Pickering?
Yes.
Shreeving?
Yes.
7 yes.
7 yes, the motion carries. Puts us at 13B, item of information and Agnell's monthly report.
Thank you, Chairman. Are there any questions on the monthly status report that is in the Dropbox?
No, but I'm gonna ask you how you doing with all the cyber stuff that's happening out there.
Well, we're trying to keep up, and there's always, like I mentioned in the past, that we cannot be 100% secure. We are doing our best to reduce the risk to acceptable level, and it's an ongoing thing. But kudos to all our employees; they've been really good at spotting phishing emails and trying to report those right away. So I really appreciate that. I think our training is paying off, and it's been a small investment, but pays off big. So I appreciate that, and also the city council members and everybody, they report those emails as well. So I appreciate that. But in that, yes, they're stepping up. Attacks, we see those day to day, so many, it's ongoing and it's a continuous thing. But we monitor, we have like several layers of security that monitor different stuff. So we kind of overlap those layers because if this system doesn't see it, there's another system that can catch those events. So I appreciate all your support, and these are the services that we use from cyber vendors, but we reevaluate those every year to see if there's, because the new tactics that they use, so we research new solutions and trying to implement those on our systems.
Okay. Anybody got any questions?
Yes, with the upcoming elections and everything going on, is there any precautions that we need to take here in the city as to ensure everything is going to be accurate?
Not within the city of Danville IT infrastructure, but county level, yes. And I think the state of Illinois is working with the county IT offices, trying to make sure their systems are secure, the systems that they use for the elections and the Wi-Fi and all the infrastructure is in place. But we get updates on those as well, so that we are aware of what's going on, if there are any new attacks that are going on. So we get those notifications on day-to-day basis.
Okay.
Yeah. But with the city itself, no, we don't have any connection as far as the election infrastructure is concerned. But we do provide them, like our Public Works building, they use our Wi-Fi there to our facility. So we want to make sure their systems are totally isolated and secure.
Okay.
Any other questions for Agnell? Agnell, thank you and your team for everything you do.
Thank you, sir.
Puts us to item number 14, legal, Leon Parker, or Corporation Counsel, his item information and monthly report.
You've got the report for August of this year. Nothing new and exciting there, but I will entertain any questions if you have any.
Anybody got any questions? Yes.
So I was preparing to try to find an answer to my own question before I had to ask it. And so in your report on page 2, it has a link to the city's website. And I was about to go and look and see if there were FAQs or anything of that nature, but I figured I'd look before I asked. And when I went to the city's website, to the page that's on your page 2, there is a 404 error. So it tells me the page can't be found. And all I did was go to the city's website and then drill down. So I don't know what happened, but obviously that's the issue.
We'll look into that. The last time I looked at the site, everything was okay, so we'll definitely take a look at that and make sure that that link is operational.
Okay. And what I was really preparing to ask, because I see where you had written, most of the questions that people have can be answered on the website. So I was looking to see if there were FAQs or something on the website that would be helpful for people. So I just stumbled across that because that really was not going to be my statement. Obviously, that needs to be fixed. But if there are not FAQs, I think it would probably be a great idea to add some things like, when your neighbor's grass is too tall, what do you do? Or whatever the types of things that are covered. I don't know because obviously can't get to it.
We do have a FAQ site on there. Sorry, I just uploaded the website to look at it and make sure the website wasn't down and that it was just a link. On the right-hand side under property maintenance and code enforcement, there is an entire list of FAQs that you can go through. They don't have the specific one you mentioned, but it says what is property maintenance? How do I report a property maintenance problem? Those are on the right-hand side. They're under legal and then property maintenance and code enforcement.
I'm sorry, I can't find that. I just went to the drop down, I clicked on government, and then I went to property maintenance and code enforcement. You're saying they're supposed to be on the right-hand side?
Yeah, if you go to the departments tab and then you select legal, and then on the left side it says property maintenance and code enforcement. If you select there and scroll down, it's on the right-hand side.
Okay, yeah, that's not the path that was in Corporation Counsel's packet. It was government, public affairs, code enforcement, which is directly from the drop down, I'm not sure that people realize that code enforcement is under legal. That's not a logical thought for a citizen. As for us, definitely, we understand the organization of our government, but I don't think the average person would know to go to legal when they have a code enforcement question. And since the drop down is broken, even if it was just a link from that FAQ to this FAQ, you know, anything that makes it efficient so that you don't have to change things multiple places is great. So I'm glad that we do have FAQs on this page. I'm not sure if this page is the same page that when you go to government public affairs, code enforcement, if that's supposed to resolve to this, but obviously those are two different paths.
Yeah, I can update it to make sure that that page is specifically more accessible and, you know, a little bit more front-facing. And I can also work with Corporation Counsel Parker to make sure that everything on that site is updated. So when we share information with the public, it's easy to access and available for everyone.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Any other questions for corporate counsel? Thank you, Mr. Parker. Puts us to item 15, Police Chief Chris Yates. 15A, we have a resolution accepting an award for the office of the Illinois Attorney General. I'll make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for your approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Is there any questions on 15A's resolution?
Well, 15A and B are the same, aren't they? Just correlate with each other.
Oh, yeah.
One is accepting
And the other
One's
is,
approving
one is
expenditure.
asking.
Okay, I'll go to the next one then.
okay. Any questions on 15A's resolution? If not, roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Teague,
Yes.
Alderman Williams,
Yes,
York,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
7 yes.
Yes, motion carries. Puts us to 15B. We have a resolution authorizing budget amendment to the fiscal year 2024 through 2025, police number 21 budget. Make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for your approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Any questions on 15B's resolution?
Just curious, why the 32,000? Why isn't it 28? It says grants for 60 for installation and all that, and then
Well, we originally applied for 60,000, okay, and then we got 30, and then I met with grant manager as well as IT director Agnel De Silva, and we were crunching numbers. We took the system down from what we were originally going to go, brought it down to 60, and then we were concerned about some license and fees.
it's just additional
Is
fees.
that what it was?
Storage, yeah.
And it was storage. And based off of the system that we downsized to, it's like 52, and then with storage costs and additional fees and unknowns, we added that extra 2.
Yes.
So the 32 is offsetting the difference?
The 32 is what we don't have covered by
Okay.
the grant.
Okay.
Yes.
Any other questions on this resolution 15B? If not, roll call, please.
Alderman Wiggins,
yes,
York,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
7 yes.
7 yes, thank you. The motion carries. Puts us to 15C1 and 2, July 2024 offense data report and year-to-date offense data report. Chief?
Does anybody have any questions on the numbers? Does anybody see a pattern on the non-detainable offenses?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. So, other information, if no one has any questions on that. We had 3 graduated from PTI on the 22nd. Following day, on the 23rd, we swore in Jose Munoz. He'll be reporting to PTI on September 3rd. Very excited about him, bringing him on the team. The training center has been very busy. We've been able to host Vermilion County, and partner with Vermilion County Sheriff's Office out of Indiana, and be able to provide them with some de-escalation and other training through our VR systems and at the training center. I got a call from their sheriff, Mike Holtkamp, saying they enjoyed it. They're bringing 2 more teams out over the next week or so. We currently have training going on there now as we speak. And then we've also been able to bring in some other smaller departments to, whenever we have open seats in our training, to where they can cross-train with us, understand our tactics and the way we deal with certain circumstances, especially whenever there's a need for mutual aid or jurisdictional change as different events are fluid. This also helps us with something that you asked about, and I know you've been concerned with different significant events, like due to whether it's election or some type of national event that may somehow end up in our area. These relationships that we're building and the cross-training that we're doing prepares us constantly at a level of readiness to always be prepared for different things that we can predict and cannot predict. So I have comfort in that. I think tonight we're doing control tactics and de-escalation training. We found that the VR has been excellent in providing training that's logistically hard to do, such as active situations and de-escalation and dealing with mental health type calls. Another thing with that is we're seeing in the some of our newer officers that are stepping up and getting specialized training to where they're going to be able to provide that to our team for years to come, and they're getting very, very good at it. I watched their control tactics training a week ago, and I saw everybody engaged. There's a room in the training room with the mats, about 50, well, it was even number, about 16 or 18 officers in there training at one time, and it was intense, and it was very well received by the officers, personnel. We had a good ending for the summer events out at the youth training facility at Friendlytown. We're somewhere around 550 children that's been served through there. We were able to broaden our age range for the community and people that can be served. Now it's from about 3 years of age to 100. Oh. We had a cool event over the weekend for a lifelong resident of Danville that contributed not just for the Danville and Vermilion County area, but also for our country, World War II veteran out there Saturday. Our crime intel analyst position has already paid dividends in advancing our investigative capabilities, as well as manpower and when it comes to resource allocation, manpower resource allocation, where we're putting different people in different ways, seeing different trends that we're seeing. Obviously, some you don't need much more than just 2 eyeballs and cerebral cortex to understand it, but it's definitely a move in the right direction as far as how we're going to advance and deal with different challenges. The grant that you just approved to accept, as well as the budget amendment, is some of the first steps of developing our the future of and the foundation of a real-time crime center that's going to help us help the community keep them safer. I really believe it. It's not an overnight process, but we're laying the foundation for it. That's about all I have.
I'm glad to hear that this new position's already helped out.
I like to look at team compliments as much as anything, but this individual player for our team, I think we did very well by locating a young man in South Carolina that is very capable self-starter that enjoys the challenge of building something new that's needed. And when you find people like that, you appreciate it. So, would you agree, Agnes?
Totally agree. Yeah.
That's all I have.
Any questions for the chief? Thank you, chief. Puts us item number 16. Dave Ruiz, director's here. 16A, we have an ordinance approving purchase of real estate for community improvements at 706 Kimber Street. I'll make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for your approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Is there any questions on 16A's ordinance? Yes, John?
It's not in the general area we've been working in. What's this one for?
It is.
Is it?
Yep. Just to
There in that area?
Just to the north of the tracks. Yep.
Okay. How come the 5,000 relocation?
I would say probably on 50% of the properties that are tenant occupied. We offer relocation assistance to all landlords. That's up to them to reach out to their tenant and negotiate that deal with them. So $5,000, I'd say 50% of these purchases that have tenants in them, we do offer $5,000 of tenant relocation. Yeah.
Is that, how close are you to finishing that up?
In this particular area, this is the last one.
Okay.
Any other questions? Not, roll call, please.
Alderman York,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
7 yes.
7 yes, thank you. The motion carries. Puts us at 16B. We have a resolution awarding the contract for Dodge Machinery relocation bid number 757 and amending budget 107 and 310. I'll make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for your approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Any questions on 16B's resolution?
Yeah.
Yes, John?
How close is this on budget? I mean, I wasn't here when this started, but I mean, are we well over the budget or?
Yeah, so actually we're not. I would say this is exactly what the consultant had predicted the average cost would come back for this relocation, $1.5 million. They nailed it right on the head. What our initial budget in 2022, we're about $100,000 to $200,000 over budget, but that was on property acquisition that we went over. I think we've actually done pretty good. That was really our first property acquisition strategy with this staff at the city of Danville, so we had no idea what it was going to cost to acquire all of those houses around Garfield Park. So overall, I think we've done a pretty good job of staying pretty close to what our original budget was. The reason you see the budget amendment coming from Fund 107 back to 310, it's not because it wasn't budgeted for. It was the original funds that were allocated into the 310 budget in 2022. If they're not expensed or encumbered, they go back into Fund 107. So we're just going back and retrieving the funds that were lost in that fiscal year.
Was there only one bid submitted?
No, there were 2 bids submitted, and they were quite competitive. The other one was just a little over 1.6 million.
And this is all related to that pool, I imagine, right?
And park, yes, yep.
Okay.
Is that all you have, John?
Yeah, better stop.
Yes. Go ahead.
My question is the 230 that's coming from Midtown TIF, since I know this is not located in Midtown, and I don't believe they're moving to Midtown.
That's a good typo catch. That will be changed for city council. This is going to be the Eastern Voorhees TIF district.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions on 16B, the resolution? John, anything else? Okay.
I gotta stop.
Roll call, please.
Alderman Cooper,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
7 yes.
And yes, the motion carries. Puts us to 16C. We have a resolution supporting Vermillion Advantage Grant Application, EEC, and matching funds. Make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for your approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Is there any question on 16C's resolution? Yes?
I don't have a question, I have a comment.
Okay.
I will be abstaining from voting on this resolution. My business is involved in this program. These funds won't impact us in any way, but because of that involvement and the potential appearance of conflict, I will be abstaining.
Thank you. If nobody else has any other questions, roll call, please.
Vice Chairman Pickering,
Yes.
Alderman Teague,
Abstain.
I'm sorry, Ludwig,
Yes.
Teague,
Abstain.
Williams,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
6 yes, 1 abstention.
Yes, thank you. And items of information from Public Works.
Oh, you want to go first?
Yeah, I feel like this has been a heavily asked question, at least in my office, in the last several months. What is going on with Sonic and Jimmy John's? I spoke with the owner of the franchise yesterday. The most recent newspaper article posted by the Commercial News stated that the Jimmy John plans were not submitted to the city of Danville yet. They arrived today. We have the Sonic plan sets, the Jimmy John plan sets, and the civil is nearing completion. The owner hopes to start civil work and have it mostly completed before winter starts. And then in the spring, these buildings will probably end up flying up in the air, and Sonic and Jimmy John's will be open in 2025. So positive.
Then I was just going to add, so a couple weeks ago at the council meeting, we had a gentleman come in with concerns about the sewers out on National Street.
Yes.
I just wanted to give an update to you guys on that. Basically, we sent the TV truck out there. We've been through every single sewer in that entire area. No apparent issues whatsoever with the flow of the sewers out there. We've called, and I've left a message for that gentleman. I haven't received a phone call back from him since I've left him the message. But anyway, basically in that area, if there are any residents at all that are experiencing issues, please get a hold of us as you're experiencing the issue so that we're able to come out and verify that the city lines are down and running based on the complaints that were on that were listed out in the very, very good document, well-documented thing that he handed us. Most of those, the way they're described, are probably not in the city line issues, but I wanted to make sure and verify. So even though we're pretty confident that the city does not have any issues in those lines, we would encourage people to call when they're having those issues, just so we can verify and kind of help encourage them of where to go from there. So we want to make sure we're serving the area well and making sure that we're doing our part before they go looking to spend money elsewhere. So
I think you made that clear that night in the meeting too, if they had any problems that you wanted.
And we have not received any phone calls that I'm aware of from any residents in that area since that night. So,
okay.
Yep.
Well, I have a question for you. I know here in a couple of weeks we're going to be out at the casino for 1 year celebration.
Oh,
is there any way you guys can go out and spray them weeds around that pond? And
I'll make sure that gets done.
Okay.
Yep.
It looks pretty bad. So.
Okay.
Thank you.
Rick,
yes.
when does the pool close?
This coming weekend will be open Saturday, and Sunday will be the final day for the pool this year. Okay. So right now, basically when we went back to school, we wanted to try out what it would look like. Through the week, we weren't getting a whole lot there towards the start of school anyway. With school starting, we basically decided, hey, with as many lifeguards as it takes to have the pool open and everything, let's just open on the weekends. While school's going on, we've had pretty good turnouts over the weekends, so we'll kind of have to assess costs and stuff to make sure that's something we're planning on doing in the future, but it sounds like it was. I just haven't done ran the numbers yet to really know that it was worth it to do that.
When you get the numbers and everything, can you give the council a final tally sheet on?
Yeah, we can give an update
And all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Have you looked at any more about the parking that I requested for handicap versus park and clear out by the
Yeah, so the goal would be when we do the park project, there'll be, we're gonna relocate on the design one of the parking lots and get it closer to the front door there of the pool. So the hope would be that when we do that, we're able to kind of put handicap parking right there. The parking in the gravel area, we're not able to list that as handicap parking because that's not ADA compliant. So there are ADA spots that are not, that were not very clearly marked out when the pool opened. Those have since, we've hung signs there in the parking lot, right at the gate. So those are posted as handicap parking right now. So anyway,
I just want to move them closer because when
Yeah,
I was out there
totally
at the
agree.
open house, there was a lot of grandparents bringing in. They
yeah,
couldn't
very
make-
much so agree.
Couldn't make the
Yeah.
trek back
Yeah.
and forth. So
Yeah.
thank you. Yes.
I have a question about the railroad tracks on on Main Street here. Who's responsible for the grass that grows there? Are we, or is it the railroad
Within
company?
if it's within the railroad right of way, that's on the railroad. But if it creates line of sight issues, we can definitely, work in conjunction with the railroad, if that's something that needs to be done. So I will drive by there and take a look and see I don't have a vision of exactly what you're talking about, but I'll go check it out.
Right, on East Main, the first set of railroad tracks going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay,
It
right
is
right
bad.
there on like right by Washington
Yes,
Street?
yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll take a look.
You also need to get a hold of that railroad because I know how long it's taken. And if you get in the passing lane heading east, it's starting to deteriorate a little bit again.
The crossing itself?
Yeah, the crossing itself.
Okay.
And I know it'll take months before they can get to it, so.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Mr. Rui? Okay, thank you. Closed session, there is no need for one. Number 18, items of information. We will meet here Tuesday, September 3rd at 6 p.m. next week. Have any committee members' comments? Yes. Steve?
Well, I just wanted to commend Chief Yates and the city and the community on breathing a new life into the friendly town. This past weekend, like Chief Yates was describing, he dedicated and the city dedicated Friendly Town, the Conoco stations, like the small mini version, to Norland Dossie, and that was really incredible. I was out for that. And I just suggest that if any of you haven't been out there, just go out and take a look. My son was out there a couple of weekends ago when Friendly Town hosted the mini marathon for the kids. They were ages like 3 to 11. I can't remember what the ages were.
3 to 12.
3 to 12, and that was really, really fun for all of those kids. So I just really think Friendly Town has a lot of potential in this community, and if you have any ideas on events that might be able to be hosted out there, please bring those forth because it's great.
Anybody else have anything? We'll say have a happy Labor Day. Enjoy yourselves. Due to the fact we've met all the requirements on the agenda, the only item is for adjournment. I'll need a motion and a second to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. We are adjourned.